Welcome to Flavor Street. Join us as we explore unique flavors and street food recipes from around the world. Subscribe and enjoy the journey. Pulse, sausages served in a bun with various condiments, commonly consumed during festivals or at markets. Pulse is a traditional Scandinavian sausage, and the ingredients can vary depending on the specific type of pulse you want to make. Here's a basic recipe for making a traditional Danish-style pulse. Ingredients: 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds, pork shoulder, or a mix of pork and beef. 200 g, 7 ounces, pork fat for juiciness. 20 g, 0.7 ounces, salt. 5 g, 0.2 ounces, white pepper. 5 g, 0.2 ounces, ground allspice. 2 g, 0.07 ounces, ground nutmeg. 2 g, 0.07 ounces, ground ginger. 100 milliliters, 3.4 fluid ounces, ice-cold water, to bind the mixture. Sausage casings, natural or synthetic, depending on preference. Optional ingredients: garlic, finely minced, for added flavor. Onion powder, for a subtle sweetness. Coriander, for a slightly citrusy note. Instructions: prepare the meat. Cut the pork shoulder and fat into small cubes. Chill the meat in the freezer for about 30 minutes to make it easier to grind. Grind the meat. Use a meat grinder with a medium-sized plate to grind the meat and fat together. Keep everything cold to ensure the fat doesn't melt. Mix the ingredients. In a large bowl, combine the ground meat with salt, white pepper, allspice, nutmeg, ginger, and any optional spices. Mix thoroughly. Gradually add the ice-cold water while mixing to bind the mixture and create a smooth texture. Stuff the sausages. Attach sausage casings to the grinder's stuffing tube and fill them with the meat mixture. Twist the sausages into links of your desired length. Rest the sausages. Let the sausages rest in the refrigerator for a few hours or overnight to allow the flavors to meld. Cook the pulse. Pulse can be grilled, pan-fried, or boiled. Traditionally, it's often served in a bun with condiments like ketchup, mustard, remoulade, and crispy onions. Frikadeller, meatballs, typically made from pork or beef, fried and served with potatoes and brown sauce. Frikadeller are traditional Danish meatballs, often made with a mix of ground pork and beef. They are flavorful, tender, and a staple in Danish cuisine. Here's a classic recipe for making frikadeller. Ingredients: serves 4 to 6. 500 g, 1.1 pounds, ground pork, or a mix of pork and beef. 1 small onion, finely grated or minced. 1 egg. 100 milliliters, 3.4 fluid ounces of milk, or cream for extra richness. 50 g, 1.7 ounces, breadcrumbs, or rolled oats as an alternative. 1 teaspoon salt, adjust to taste. Half a teaspoon black pepper, freshly ground. Half a teaspoon ground allspice, optional, for a traditional Danish flavor. Half a teaspoon nutmeg, optional, for warmth. 2 tablespoons flour, for shaping and frying. Butter or oil, for frying. Instructions: prepare the mixture. In a large bowl, combine the ground meat, grated onion, egg, milk, breadcrumbs, salt, pepper, allspice, and nutmeg. Mix everything thoroughly until the mixture is smooth and well combined. Let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes to allow the flavors to meld. Shape the frikadeller. With wet hands, to prevent sticking, shape the mixture into small, flattened oval patties, about the size of your palm. You should get around 12 to 15 patties. Coat with flour. Lightly coat each patty with flour on both sides. This helps create a nice crust when frying. Fry the frikadeller. Heat a large frying pan over medium heat and add a knob of butter or a drizzle of oil. Fry the frikadeller for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, or until golden brown and cooked through. Avoid overcrowding the pan. Cook in batches if necessary. Serve. Frikadeller are traditionally served with boiled potatoes, gravy, and a side of pickled red cabbage or steamed vegetables. They can also be enjoyed cold in a sandwich. Risselamande, a dessert made from rice pudding, served with cherry sauce, traditionally made for Christmas. Risselamande is a classic Danish dessert traditionally served during Christmas. It's a creamy rice pudding made with almonds and often served with a warm cherry sauce. Here's how you can make it. Ingredients: serve 6 to 8. For the rice pudding: 200 g, 7 ounces, short grain rice pudding rice, e.g., arborio or sushi rice. 1 liter, 4 cups, whole milk. 1 vanilla pod, or 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 1 pinch of salt. 100 g, 3.5 ounces, sugar. 250 milliliters, 1 cup, heavy cream, whipped to soft peaks. 100 g, 3.5 ounces, blanched almonds, finely chopped, plus 1 whole almond for the tradition. For the cherry sauce: 500 g, 1.1 pounds, cherries, fresh, frozen, or jarred. 100 g, 3.5 ounces, sugar. 1 tablespoon cornstarch, mixed with 2 tablespoons water, for thickening. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, optional. Instructions. Cook the rice pudding. In a large saucepan, combine the rice, milk, vanilla pod, split and scraped, and a pinch of salt. Bring to a gentle simmer over medium heat, stirring occasionally to prevent sticking. Cook for about 30 to 40 minutes, or until the rice is tender and the mixture has thickened. Remove the vanilla pod. Stir in the sugar and let the rice cool to room temperature. Prepare the almonds. Finely chop the blanched almonds. Set aside 1 whole almond for the tradition, see below. Whip the cream. In a separate bowl, whip the heavy cream to soft peaks. Combine everything. Gently fold the whipped cream and chopped almonds into the cooled rice pudding. The whole almond tradition. Hide 1 whole almond in the risselamande. In Denmark, it's a fun tradition that whoever finds the whole almond in their serving gets a small gift or good luck for the year. Make the cherry sauce. In a saucepan, combine the cherries and sugar. Cook over medium heat until the cherries release their juices. Add the cornstarch mixture and stir until the sauce thickens. Remove from heat and stir in the vanilla extract if using. Serve. Serve the risselamande chilled, topped with the warm cherry sauce. Herring, marinated herring, often served with onions and potatoes. To prepare herring, you can use different recipes depending on your preferences. Here's a simple recipe for marinated herring. Ingredients: herring, fresh or salted, about 500 g. Onion. 1 or 2, thinly sliced. Vinegar, apple cider or white, 200 milliliters. Water. 200 milliliters. Sugar. 2 to 3 tablespoons, adjust to taste. Salt. To taste, if using fresh herring. Whole peppercorns. 5 to 10. Juniper berries. 3 to 5, optional. Bay leaves. 1 or 2. Additional spices, optional: mustard seeds, chili, or dill. Instructions. If using salted herring, desalinate it by soaking in cold water for a few hours, then drain. In a saucepan, mix the vinegar, water, sugar, salt, pepper, juniper berries, and bay leaves. Bring to a boil to dissolve the sugar and salt. Let it cool. In a jar or dish, layer the herring and sliced onions alternately. Pour the cooled marinade over the herring and onions, ensuring they are fully submerged. Seal the jar or cover the dish and refrigerate for at least 24 hours before serving to allow the flavors to meld.